Hey friends, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be working in kind of an end of summer page spread in my journal. I bought some beautiful ephemera pieces from Junk Journal Studios on Etsy. I did have to cut them up myself, which for fussy cutting, I don't mind doing that. But super wonderful prices, super beautiful ephemera. I keep them separated as far as like kind of my more fussy pieces in one small bag, and then kind of the larger pieces in this bag right here. And these are some of the pieces that I've chosen to work with today. Some chickens, isn't that cute? Butterflies, of course. End of seasoned fruit, and this right here. Wait, where is that one? Here it is. And these are kind of the smaller bits. This is that bag that on my last video that I'm repurposing from that gifted box. But these are just so pretty, all these little bits. Some of them there was a little bit of fussy cutting involved, but most of these, and I used a punch on that one, but most of these are just kind of smaller pieces. So I like to have them kind of separated because I usually build up to the smaller pieces as most people do. So yeah. Set those aside. These are some of my, I thought sunflowers was definitely something that I wanted to use in this page spread. So I got those out. Of course, my journal. Some of my own bits from my stash that I thought would be kind of fun to use. These are some coin envelopes that I've coffee dyed, some recipe cards. I did some stamping on some tea bags. There's a radish. And let's see. Did a little bit better on the stamping on this tea or coffee dyed piece. And then just some, you know, general whatnots. A vintage picture. Some seed packets from a store that I used to live near a few years back. They closed, but they used to sell those in their seed shop. So I grabbed some of those. And then just some pretty... from a book, some botanicals. And then this is from a different shop. Wendy Dorf. Yeah, she's on Etsy too. I love her shop. Has got some beautiful, beautiful images in there. These are summery, but this is kind of my summer box, so I thought that'd be nice. I'll put a link to Wendy's shop and a link to Junk Journal Studios in my down in the description box for you. And then this is how these are just a couple of the examples of the butterflies that I bought from Junk Journal Studios. And you'll get, so this is separate from the summer. This is the summer Bounty embellishments that I'm going to be using. This is from her butterflies collection. And what she does is she'll have, these are the large, then she'll have another one of medium that has a lot more on it, and then another one in this color story in small. And I'm not sure how many color stories there were. I'm going to guess like over 20 color stories. Maybe not. I don't know, 15 to 20. It's quite a few. It's a lot of butterflies. If you need butterflies, that is the shop to go to. And I love these greens and neutrals. And oh my gosh, I'm just telling you, it's just a wonderful shop. Of course, doilies. And I bought years ago digital scrapbook paper, printables. And this is a coffee dyed label sticker sheet. And so I coffee dyed it first, and then I put it through my printer and printed up this gingham because I thought it went really well with this group that I bought from Junk Journal Studios. And this is something that I've been obsessing about over the last week or so, is taking my vintage dictionary pages, and then I'll go over them with gelatos in different, spots. I'll spray it with water. Then I'll kind of go over it with some watered down gesso to kind of seal it a little bit. And then I'll go over that with my tinted matte medium. And I'm thinking I may want to do one. I'm not sure if I want to do one of these in this video or not. I'm I may do it, I may not. I'm going to see how that works out. But if you're interested in seeing how I make these, let me know in the comments, and I'll probably do a video on that. I'll wait. I'll do this video some other time. Just let me know if that's something you want to see, or maybe I'll just jump in and do that. So, as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my process of my art journaling pages. I'm going to put on some music, and I'll put timestamps in the description, so if you want to listen to your own choice of music while I'm working, that's great. If not, let's get started, and I'll see you on the other side. right, so here we go. I'm going to point out a few things that I did, kind of explain a little bit. I don't usually cut out the antenna on the butterflies because it's a little tedious. So I draw them in, and I usually do a little bit better job than that, but you know, it's good. This white that I didn't cut out in this sunflower, it was too bright for me, so I used some of my tinted matte medium, as you saw. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the recipe, the items that I put in here. It's just FolkArt tint and matte medium, but I'm gonna go ahead and put links in my description box for how I make that, because I think that might be a little bit easier than explaining. So that's what I did there. So let me grab the small counterpart to that. See how white that is? That's so much better. It just blends into the background, because that is very tedious to try to cut out. So it's a lot easier to be able to tint it, and then it blends in, right? So this right here was a bit of a snafu. I wanted to see, usually when you make a pocket like this and you do this cutout, you usually cut out just the front and not both sides, but I couldn't get the punch inside there. You know, as you can probably imagine, it's a big clunky thing. So I thought if I put something like this behind it, that it would help slide the tag in and out. So, and this is some coffee dyed, some coffee dyed line paper that, you know, super easy. I like to have a little bit of that on hand for projects like this. See if we can get it in there. Goodness. Okay, for some reason it does want to go. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is from a magazine from the World War II, furlough treats. So yeah, on the other side there's a soldier, and yeah, this is super old. So I love being able to use stuff like that. And some blue chip stamps from back in the day, right? And then some items, and there's my cabbage, right? And then some items from the Junk Journal Studio shop, which I absolutely love using old stuff, made stuff, and new stuff. Did I say that right? I love using old things, made things, and brand new things together to kind of just give the whole page some depth, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do a separate video on how I make this gelato dyed paper. I know that it probably seems a bit redundant to go through the trouble of all this work, but it's just kind of a nice painted element that gives the page a little bit of depth, and it's kind of my style. So yeah, so I hope you'll visit the shop, Junk Journal Studio, and check out what she's got on offer. And let me tell you something, so affordable, so affordable. Oh, and I wanted to point this out. I'm not sure what size this punch is, and I'm not even really sure why I bought it, but I have it on hand, and it actually is the perfect size. I don't know if it will be for this one, but it's just the perfect size to kind of get those little bits out. I just happened to have it on hand, so that really worked out beautifully for this little faux stamp here. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my content, please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, bye-bye.